Okay, here's part 2 of the glue hinges. We're going to make this hinge with Beacon Foam-Tac. This is my favorite glue for foam. It doesn't harden up, it never yellows, it stays flexible. It's a bit expensive, like 12 bucks for a bottle, but it's definitely worth it, and you don't use that much, so for a dollar or two per plane, it's a pretty good deal. Okay, we've got this lined up pretty well. Notice here that it's not perfect. There's a little tiny gap up here, and we'll see how that's filled in. And we've got the 45-degree cut that we made previously. What you do is take the Foam-Tac, and you want to run the smallest possible bead of glue you can get. The number one big mistake with foam hinges is you put too much glue and it makes your hinge way too inflexible. So we're going to run this little bead down the length. We're going to lay this thing flat, and we're just going to kind of goosh the edges together. I think that's the technical term, to kind of distribute the glue. We're going to pull it apart so that the solvent can dry. We'll let this go. Let's kind of wave this around a bit, and 10 seconds or so seems to be plenty. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lay it flat, and we're just going to kind of push that together. Be sure to push down so that there's not any unevenness on the top to bottom on either side. And that's kind of together. I'm just going to take my finger, kind of hold this, going to run my finger down the edge to smooth out that little bit of glue that's sticking up. You can see there's not much. That's all that's left over on my finger. And you can see the hinge is already starting to form. So it's formed enough that we're going to kind of flip it over, run our finger down the inside, and now we are done with the hinge. Let that dry up. 10-15 minutes is perfectly good to work with. An hour or two, it'll be airworthy. An hour I think is fine, and it'll be in the air. So that's all you have to do for a Beacon Foam-Tac hinge.